So there's a good chance Apefather might be setting up his first debate with an animal activist. It's crazy, right? Who feels eating meat is wrong. Now, I'll just give you a little preview. I'm not going to name who the animal activist is yet until it's definitely confirmed. A debate is set up, and then I'll of course mention the person's channel. They're not a gigantic YouTuber. They're a pretty small YouTuber, but it doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not really doing this in a sense for views. I'm doing it because it's a topic that I believe in. See, people don't understand. I'm a big animal lover. My whole thing is this: save animals. That's what people should be focusing on. Save the animals you can save. So, in other words, here's an example, right? Let's say, I'll just give you a quick example, right? That there is a dog that is injured, that there's a dog that is hurt. You could help that dog. You could save that dog. You could rescue that dog. That dog is alive and well. It just needs love and attention and care. But if the animal is already gone, meaning it's dead, you can't help that animal anymore. Now, I know that this sounds kind of like, you're like, isn't this obvious? If an animal is dead, you can't help them no more, right? But it's not obvious to these animal activists who stand in front of KFC screaming with their megaphones and protesting, or screaming in front of Chick-fil-A, or screaming in front of a supermarket that sells meat. It's not obvious to them because these animals who have reached the supermarket, chicken, steak, whatever you want, ground beef, whatever you want to say, they're gone. Now, I know I sound like an a-hole, and I'm sorry if I do, but how can I say this without sounding like an a-hole? If look, I didn't hurt the animal. If, like I said, I always give this analogy. If I witnessed someone hurting an animal, I would flip out, break every bone in their effing body. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would freak. I would flip out. And I understand the concept. I'm not an idiot. That in order for the meat to get to the supermarket, in order for the meat to get to KFC, in order for the meat to get to Popeye's chicken, that there were animals that suffered. I get it. And that's terrible. But the thing is, it's already been done. Like, this is what I'm trying to make you, maybe you think I'm a psycho, a lunatic. It's done already. You can't, in other words, you can't save these animals' lives that has now reached KFC, that has now reached Popeye's chicken, that has now reached the supermarket. That's it. So now the question really is, will I buy that chicken? Will I buy that steak? And if it's not going to be me, it's going to be somebody else. That's just the way it is. Too many Americans. I'm talking about our country. I know worldwide there's major problems, but let's focus on America for now, okay? Because the world's a big place. Okay, let's focus on America. I know there's major problems going on. I know around the world, but let's just focus on America, at least for the first topic. Americans grew up like me in Brooklyn eating meat. Like I said, I'm an Italian. Sausage on Sundays, meatballs, raviolis, which even vegans won't eat raviolis because there's the cheese inside the ravioli. They won't eat the raviolis, okay? Parmesan grated cheese. They won't eat that. Okay. So the thing is, right, it becomes crazy. Like to change your entire childhood and upbringing and everything that you've ever known. For what though? What am I accomplishing if I don't eat that meat that's in the supermarket already? I'm not accomplishing nothing because somebody else is going to go there and buy that meat and eat it themselves. So here's how you accomplish something. You want to accomplish something? You go to the source. And you know what the source is? The animals themselves. That's right. Not the slaughterhouses, not the whatever you want to say, the kill shelters, because you want to know what it is. These are evil people. You're not going to be able to reach them. I mean, unless you're willing. I know most people are so angry they might be willing to break every bone in their bodies, which you should, but you can't. Like, you know what it's like? It's like going to a barber. Hear me out. It's like going to someone who's a hairstylist and say, you should have cut hair. They're gonna be like, what? It's like going to a guy who owns a pizzeria and telling him you shouldn't make pizza. See, these people who have these slaughterhouses, these kill shelters, for whatever the reason is, it's disgusting. It's not moral. These people are evil, but they do it. But they do it. So do you really think that if you stand in front of their kill shelters or their slaughterhouses with big signs and megaphones, you're going to make any difference? No. Okay. Here's how you make the difference. You go directly to the source, the animal in need. Like, for instance, you could go to one of those kill shelters and say, let me take this animal off your hands. Let me, I don't want it killed. I want to rescue the animal. You could go to those kill shelters, rescue animals. You see what I'm trying to say? Or even if it's outside, even if it's an animal that's just hurt somewhere. It could be anywhere in the world. And it can be any type of animal without limited. Look, I love dogs. Oh my God, I love dogs. I love cats. But it could be any animal. It could be a wild animal. It could be a tiger that's injured or hurt. It could be anything. It could be a lion, a giraffe, an elephant. I mean, there's no limitation. See, so that's where one day I would love to do. See, but the way I would do it is I would just save whatever animal I can. I'm not going to try to change $100 billion industry to meat industry. I just think it's impossible. That's just why I feel. But focus on saving. Like, so here's an example. Rather than go to KFC chicken, screaming on a megaphone with a big sign in your head, find the chicken and save it. Save that one chicken. Like, the joke that the presidents do at the White House for Thanksgiving when they parted one turkey? I always laughed about that because, in a way, I said to myself, that's the greatest form of animal rescue that I've ever seen. I used to joke with my wife when the president does that and they parted the turkey, because that's just, that one turkey at least will be saved. He will not be eaten. Okay? Now, it's the same concept if we get people with that mentality. Like, that's why I always wanted to have animal sanctuaries. It was one of my big dreams. And one day I want to accomplish that, where you have a place, okay, where you could bring these animals and they can live out their lives in this beautiful animal sanctuaries. Now, even though, yes, I am also a very big fan of the gaming industry, and one of my dreams has always been to have a hotel casino. Okay, it's been one of my long-lasting dreams. I visualize it. Apefather, King of the Jungle Hotel Casino. I actually, if that ever happened, would take a large portion of the profits to probably actually invest in animal sanctuaries. Okay, and again, to find animals in need and give them a home. You would have a full staff of people, medical professionals, just animal lovers, volunteers, everybody that would then tend to these animals and give them a life. And that's what I see as a solution. That's what I see. Because you can't say, look, it's like saying, I want to save every human being. You can't. But you can save some. You can save some animals. You can't save every animal. I mean, I know it's heartbreaking. We want to. We would all want to, but I don't think it's feasible or possible to save every single animal. But go out, rather than waste your time, once again, with these megaphones. I see these people do it all the time, screaming in front of KFC, screaming in front of Chick-fil-A. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. It's a waste of time. Find the animal, rescue the animal in need, have a place for them. And that's where I always felt where the solution is go directly to the source, to the animal in need, and have an animal sanctuary, a place where they can live with medical professionals, volunteers, animal lovers. And if my casino idea came true, which I'm trying to do, by the way, on my own with no one's help, I'm not asking for any donations, I'm not asking for any investments. I would use a portion of the profits from the casino, Apefather King of the Jungle, Hotel Casino, to go towards animal sanctuaries nationwide, maybe one day worldwide. And to me, that's a solution. And that's what I would like to debate with all these vegans and animal lovers. Rather than argue about it all day, screaming in front of KFC, screaming in front of Popeye's chickens, come up with a real plan to make a difference. And I think I have that real plan. Unfortunately, I'm just one man, but I'll do everything in my power to make it become a reality. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm an animal lover and I'm an entertainer. This video is for entertainment purposes only.